I found you, Miss New Booty. Get it together and bring it back to me.
Got way too much energy at 10:13 p.m.
Grind time. Let's get to it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey yo, what's happening, my beautiful people? It's Leander Williams Jr.
And Kalisha, welcome back to our channel. Today, she
gotta say tonight and today. I got you.
Today for y'all when y'all watching this. Oops. We just gonna have a couch convo. Y'all see what I did there? Cause we on the couch. We ain't on the floor this ain't. Okay, anyway. See if they with me. We're gonna have a couch convo about parenting styles. And we really ain't even talked through these. Yeah. So we really just gonna be having the conversation with y'all. So hopefully y'all got the patience to hear us out, and if you don't,
what do you mean?
Go on.
No, you gonna hear us out.
He can't make them for me out. So yeah, let's chat. I'll let him lead this, cause I don't know.
Parenting style.
He has been a parent before me. I've been parented, so he did suggest we talk about how we were raised and how we don't want to parent our children.
I would say though, no matter what you think you're gonna do, or how you want to do it, nothing in the world, no books that can like really prepare you to be a parent. It's just off when you learn as you go. I think the second time around as a parent, I do a better job at being more patient, allowing your kids to express themselves and not being so over the top with how you feel about certain things, and be allow them to be children and grow and figure some things out.
Be curious.
Not just so much be curious. I don't want to be out here,
What I'm saying,
out in the street. No, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like having inquisitive. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Inquisitive mind. Because I was like that as a child, crazy enough. Asked a lot of questions, and my daughter do the same. So I had to ask Mom, how was she able to kind of deal with me? Because I see myself being a bit impatient and be like, well, it's this way because it's that way. Like, why you asking all the questions? But it's like, nah, they want to know, or that's a teachable moment where you can kind of like help them grow and understand certain things. So I think this time around I can be more patient, and I can see the need, I can see the need in that. So it's like, this time around I'll be more patient father and more supportive, more present, more all of that.
Yeah.
Because things didn't go as planned prior to. Yeah. Which I'm grateful for. I'm gonna take that back. Not for the child's sake, but I'm grateful for how things kind of pan itself out.
Right.
But at the same time, not being present has a big role on how they really mold into being who they are. So so now I really want to be more present with my kids and raise them under the, what they want to be saying, what they be saying in church, the admonition of the Lord. Yes, I want to raise them under that.
Yeah, and with that, it'll take us being like models.
Facts.
So, like even now, just trying to like really train ourselves up and be, practice what we preach.
Facts.
So, definitely that's one way we wanna raise them, as believers, to fear the Lord, and we just want to always share our shortcomings, be as open as we can, to let them know where we went wrong, instead of just saying you just shouldn't do that.
Right.
Just let them know why. If we have an example of a consequence that came from such act, then having that conversation, and don't just let it be like so closed door till they think we ain't never made a mistake, or we don't understand, or whatever, we ain't never been there, all of that, because truth is we probably have or are going to be able to relate to them in some way. So just being sure that we're sharing what we've gone through and having those uncomfortable conversations with them, because you want to be the one to do it. Like, you don't want some Joe Blow that your child going to for, as a safe space to, share or vent or ask questions that they may not be comfortable, that they feel like you wouldn't accept. So you always want to be able to, try to create that environment for them. So I definitely think that's something we can relate on and how we want to raise them.
Okay, so on the space of modeling yourself as parents, I'm gonna piggyback off that and talk about, I guess, my upbringing too.
Yeah.
And then how I don't want it to look like that with my kids. It was like, I think my parents masked a lot of what we was actually experiencing and going through in the household. Even with them, like, I don't know, I never seen them like argue and like that. I think, that's somewhat of a good thing to not showcase it to the kid, but at the same time, I built this like perfectionist complex in my head. And it's like every relationship I was in or anything like that, I always wanted this perfect, like, be perfect, because I didn't see that. And it was some standards like I put out there that I couldn't even uphold, but it was just like same thing. It's like I always had it in my head, because I always like, oh, you are? No, this one did. Like, I ain't see that. So of course we mimic things. Well, we was, how we raised and how we see things. So that's how I saw it, and it was just like, I don't want them to think stuff like sweet like that. It's like, no, if mom and dad have a disagreement, it's a way to communicate a disagreement, where you see how to go about communicating. And also, any issue, like, I ain't gonna tell you, like, dang, boy, we ain't got no mortgages. We ain't got money for the mortgage, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be that detailed. But, like, certain issues, like, come across that you want to kind of vocalize, where they can, like, learn how to, like, oh, you ran into the issue, oh, the light bulb went out, son, that's how you feel, certain things like that to help them grow as individuals. But, I think I want to kind of like display more of day to day, or how things flow and function, in order for them to kind of see that space.
Yeah. So on the flip side, I saw a lot of arguing. So that was kind of like, I don't know. It was just like, okay, that's how you talk. Like, that's how you work through stuff. Like, and then now that I'm an adult, I know, of course, neither one of them really had a chance to like be understood, because it was always just like, just at each other. So it wasn't really effective communication. So for me, what they did was I definitely know this is not how I want to look in front of my kids. Like, I don't want to be just arguing all the time and mean and just short and just, cursing and all that crap. Like, I don't want to do none of that. But I do think if we do have a disagreement in front of them, that too is okay. It just has to be respectful on both ends, and be a teachable moment too, I think, for them. But you're gonna have disagreements. Like, you're just gonna do that. Right. But it's always a way to like talk through them. Yeah.
So, as far as what's your thoughts on this though? Because I know the world has changed. A lot of women are modernized, and they don't believe in the old way of being submissive to the husband or whatever the case may be. When it gets to that point, just saying, like, as far as parenting too. Yeah. But like, when they're at that place, like, what do you think about that? That being a thing where the son can see, as well as the daughter can see, how that's portrayed.
Yeah, well, that goes back to like modeling the word. Like, that's just the order in which God has ordained the house to look like. So I definitely desire to be submissive and to model that for the children, and just to be that, for you. So I mean, I desire it, and I really want to work toward it.
Right.
because of course all women, we consider ourselves independent, strong black independent woman type deal. I can go out here and get it on my own. And it's cool.
I don't need no man.
You're right. But it's cool to be able to do that too. But there's a time and a place for that. And I don't think it ever really truly goes away. It's just you learn how to take a healthy, be led. Like sit down sometimes. Like you can sit down sometimes and not have the last word or not make all the decisions. And truthfully, I just desired it. Like I desired it anyway. I don't desire this hard life where I want to grind now. I've done it. I do it. I like it.
Keep on.
I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah, of course. But it's still just like don't be in that space where it's like you don't need a man. Like you can do it with your man and still like make moves and have him be the head. That's all I'm saying.
And I know a lot of people be like, well, y'all ain't even married, so blah, 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 what y'all talking about? But it's just like an open dialogue, man. It's a conversation as far as how we plan to raise our children. Right. And of course we desire to get to that space. Right. So it's just like having a conversation ahead of time. Yeah. Of course I feel that no woman should follow a man who haven't, first, be led by Christ or following him. Right. So definitely show signs of that. Mm-hmm. Work towards that way before you do say I do or yes. Mm-hmm. And we still got a lot of growing to do before we move to that space, but at the same time, we do want to get to that place to be that look for our kids. But as of now, considering they on the way and we are not in that space, how does that look? What does that look like for you now? As far as just kind of like raising them, and how we gonna transition, get to that place.
That's a good question. Well, I would say, of course, we desire to be like within the same household and being able to like raise them together. But we're currently not in that space, and we have different things going on that not demands our attention, but it takes attention too, and a little bit of priority too, along with the kids. So for this time, for a certain period of time, we won't be raising them like in the same household. So we definitely desire to get to that place sooner rather than later. But in the meanwhile, I think it's just going to be just extending each other a lot of grace and trying to like meet each other halfway. Whether that be us traveling to him traveling to us, or us going to a neutral spot like home where our parents are. We just kind of gonna play it by ear when they get here. Yeah. What you think? I don't know. Like, did I leave something out?
No,
did I have said something differently?
I think the situation currently of being distant, kind of just like I guess it goes like just trumps, almost trumps. What you do desire to do, but I think that it all just kind of work itself out and gel together well. Just praying everything work itself out faster the way it should be, so we can, because they can come at any point or any time. So of course you got a timeline, right? You're trying to get everything done, but and around their arrival time. But who knows? But if that do come a little ahead of time, it'd be a little scary. But if they come at the timeline, which they set to ride, then I think we're gonna be good. I think
we're gonna be good either way.
Well, we're gonna be good either way, but I think
we'll be
it all makes sense for us to kind of just be together as a family.
Right.
Yeah. So simple as all get out. Yeah. Faith, family, and freedom. Yeah. The pillars that we speak about. Yeah. While faith is so important, building a personal relationship with Christ, you got to choose for yourself. So I think I want to, just kind of invite you in to see what the magnificent and great things the Lord did for me and done for me and continue to do for me.
Right.
So I want them to have that experience for themselves and build that relationship. Then two, family, how important it is. Like keeping family close. Because of course you ain't picked the family you in, but how you choose to love on them and be around them, all that stuff is super important. At the end of the day, they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Some of the people you meet will be family that's not a part of your bloodline, but at the same time, just the things you encounter with them, experience you share with them, it kind of just show you how just how some people just like meant to be in your corner.
Yeah.
And that's super important over anything. After faith, and then of course freedom. Like we could talk about the resources of money, but just freedom alone, when you can buy back your time with just say investments covering all your expenses and all this kind of stuff. Money, the number don't really matter. It's like you can have you can make 100,000 a year, but there's a lot of people focus on like how much you make in a year's time. But out of that 100,000, you probably be 60, 70 in tied into liabilities. And you ain't really making none of that. But if you can like free up your time with everything being covered and you just like live life on your own terms, it's a beautiful process. So I want to definitely teach them about how freedom works and how you can live in that space and just like enjoy life for the rest of your life. For sure.
That's real good.
Appreciate that.
I like how you tied back into you do it when you ask the question.
Good conversation.
Okay.
Oh man,
I think we touched on a lot today, then.
Absolutely.
And it all comes back to faith, family, and freedom, really.
Right.
And that's definitely what we stand for here. So, in the content to come, with the kids being near, I think maybe when this video goes up, we may have a few weeks left.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah, we may have a few weeks left. So y'all about to see it in action. We ain't just talking here. Y'all gonna be seeing it in action. Yeah. Right. So definitely got to practice what we preaching. We have y'all here to hold us accountable. Right. Our family hold us accountable, and just ourselves too. So yeah, I think that's it for today.
So if there's any families out there, then you be successful at raising your kids, man, drop in the comments what we should be focusing in on. Yeah. And you think I was just out of reach, but that's what we're gonna kind of like base it on at this point. But at the same time, man, if you got any other advice, additional things to say or share with us, man, we open to hear.
Right.
And take it in consideration.
Absolutely. Well, if you like today's video, you enjoy our couch conversation, you want us to have some more couch conversations, because this was not like a very thought out or planned video. We just kind of sat and was like, let's just talk through this like together. So if you enjoy that type of stuff, we can definitely do more. So drop some topics if you like. If you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It puts our videos out there for other people to see. So that will help us. Subscribe, turn on your bell for notifications when our next video goes live, because it's just going to be good. It always is. Period. So yeah, we out of here because I'm ready to go to bed. Peace.